Hey guys, and welcome to Gwent, the Witcher card game. My name is Jaggerous, and today I have a ranked monsters deck for you guys. And that is an updated version of the Foglet Frenzy deck for this patch. And this is a deck that I always enjoy playing. It's a very fog-centric deck. And you might be saying, hey Jaggerous, with the recent changes, is fog really worth running? But in this case, I think it is, because this deck kind of relies on running trios, basically cards that play 3 cards, which you can then buff with the Thunderbolt potion, which is really nice. So, for example, we have Dagon as our leader. He'll spawn weather. He can spawn frost, fog, or torrential rain, and those can be situationally useful, so it's nice to have the option. And then on top of that, we've got our fog cards, 2 impenetrable fogs, and we've got Woodland Spirit, which is a 5 strength gold card, which spawns 3 rabid wolves, which have 1 strength, on the front row. And it also spawns fog on the opposite row. So we can use these to play fog. And when we play fog, whenever you apply fog to an opposing row, play this unit from your deck or resurrect it on that row on your side. When all fog has been cleared from the board, destroy this unit. So when you play fog, it'll pull your foglets out of the graveyard or the deck. And we've got our 3 foglets there, which have 2 strength. And then when we have trios, what we can do is we can actually use Thunderbolt Potion, which boosts 3 adjacent units by 4. So this is something that we can use on our Foglets, yes, but we can actually also use this on our Harpies. Celeano Harpy. Deploy, spawn 2 Harpy eggs to the left of this unit. So these are 3 strength, and a Harpy egg, 1 strength. When consumed by another unit, boost that unit by an additional 5. Death Wish, spawn a Harpy on a random row, and a Harpy, I believe, is also 3 strength. So that also creates 3 units adjacent to one another. So again, we can use our Thunderbolt Potion on those. Similarly, we have the Crones. Crone Whispers. Deploy, play Brewis and Weavers from your deck. Weavers, play Brewis and Whispers from your deck, and Brewis, play Whispers and Weavers. So when you play 1 Crone, it pulls all 3 Crones out of your deck. And again, that's another great target for Thunderbolt Potion. On top of that, because we have our eggs and our Foglets, we can actually crack them or turn them into a bear with the Blood-Curdling Roar. So Blood-Curdling Roar, you turn an ally into an 11 strength bear, and if you break an egg with that, you also then get the Death Wish effect of the egg, so that's a nice kind of combo then. Then we have a couple Echimaras, so we can use these to basically keep points on the round until the following round. Deploy, gain resilience, and consume an ally. So when you play him, you eat an ally, and then you get a resilient unit that stays till the next round. Then we have 1 Archgriffin, clear weather from the row on your side. And if you need more weather clear, we also have Water Hag. Deploy, spawn torrential rain, clear skies, or lacerate. And lacerate is really big in the current consume meta because people are definitely stacking up the middle row. Then we also have the Fiend. Deploy, toggle a unit's lock. If it's an enemy, damage it by half its power, rounding up and ignoring armor. So a lock and a debuff is really good. And we have Katakan, consume a unit from either graveyard, so we can use this to stop resurrects, and also you tend to get a lot of points out of this. Then in terms of our gold cards, we have Eithne. Deploy, destroy all the highest units on the opposite row if that row totals 20 or more power, so we can use this to, again, clear units. And if they have lots of 3s stacked in this middle row, for example, we could burn them. We have Caretaker, resurrect a unit from your opponent's graveyard, so you can use this to basically take an opponent's card. And this is really useful in, for example, Nilfgaard matchups. Often you can get something like a Vikavara Medic or Peter to reset one of their units, for example. There's lots of different uses for Caretaker. And then we have Old Spear Tip. If at the start of your turn there are 3 or more units on the opposite row, wake up. So he's a 5 strength, and he boosts adjacents by 1. And then if he turns into awake, he then becomes 10 strength, and he damages up to 5 enemies on the opposite row by 2. And he'll keep transforming back and forth depending on how many units there are on the opposite side of the board. So that's the deck. If you like this deck, do hit that thumbs up button. And without further ado, I'll jump into a game and showcase this deck in action.
Humans have no place in Brokilon.
Okay, so we're up against Eithne and a special card deck, I'd imagine. With the changes to Elven Merc, special cards are obviously very popular. In terms of your mulligan, it's no surprise that you're going to want to get rid of Foglets. We don't want extra Foglets. As it is, though, we don't have any fog. In terms of Crones, we'll hold on to Whispers just because it makes them spawn in a nice order. You could hold on to Brewis, it doesn't really matter. Katakan is nice. Echimaras are good, but I'm wondering if we really want to find more fog. We do have Woodland Spirit, though, and our leader ability. So I think, as things go, this is not a bad hand, all things told. We've got 3 gold cards, for example, which is pretty good. So we'll leave it at that, I think. Even though we didn't get, specifically a fog, we can always play the Woodland Spirit for this round, which is nice. So we'll open with a Harpy, and we'll pop that on the back row, I think. We are going to use fog, but I'm just wondering where we want to put fog. Ideally, we don't want to stack our row too heavily with Foglets. Okay, so she's got the Dragoons. So Dragoons are going to be basically buffing units in her hand. And actually what we can do is we can play the Woodland Spirit now. Ideally, like I said, I didn't want to put them on the same row, but because she's running Dragoons, we are going to put the Fog out to start killing those, basically. And you can see that's pulled our Foglets. So we've got 19 points, which is nice. And there's Skellige Storm. That's going to crack our eggs and give us our Harpies, which is, you know, annoying. It's annoying. We don't actually have a Griffin to clear this, unfortunately. I guess what we could do is put more cards out to try and protect it. Like, we could put out, for example, a gold card on the end here, like our Dagon. But the thing is, we don't really need to spawn any more weather at the moment. We can always respawn our Foglets later on, which is okay. So I think what we'll play for now is we'll Lightning Potion the front row. Like so. There we go. 5/5/7. That's pretty nice. And we're just slowly killing her Dragoons, which is good. We can probably pass at this stage, to be honest. We are quite far ahead. You know, she has 10, we have 31. I think at this stage we're happy to pass. The longer she has her Dragoon out, you know, the better for her. But it's taking damage every turn. I mean, we're taking, what, 2 here and 1 here. Which isn't ideal. She will eventually kill our Foglets. She's doing 3 damage per turn, but we're doing 2, so it only equates to 1 damage per turn. And we're nice and far ahead here with our play. So I'm actually okay to just pass here. I guess we could have Ekama'd the Harpy, but the Ekamara's not really a tempo play, so I think that's going to be better for the next round, basically. There's Saskia into Eithne, into Skellige Storm. I guess that's going on the front row. I don't think that's quite enough points, though. I think she is going to have to play 1 more turn. Yeah, we're still ahead, so this is good. Because now we get the 2-card advantage, which is what we wanted. And remember, we're actually, you know, 2 more points ahead because of the 3-head Dragoon. I still don't think this is enough points. Because then she's going to take damage from the... Although, actually, I'm taking damage from the Skellige Storm, so never mind. I was going to say she's going to take damage from the Fog, but it's not quite enough. She operated a double Athana Protector. Okay. But we do have, like I said, we have 2-card advantage going into this round, so that's pretty nice. All things told, what have we drawn? Fog and a Thunderbolt Potion. Not bad draws. Not bad draws at all. We can actually mulligan this Protector. It's not really going to be that useful for us. And an Archgriffin is nice. The double Skellige Storm was annoying, but not the end of the world. So again, I think what we'll do is we'll just play out Fog in the back row. And start to debuff this Dragoon. Gets our Foglets out, which we can potentially buff. Are you going to fog me? That's cute. So this will kill one of our Foglets. But it's not really the end of the world, because we can just play Archgriffin. I'm really surprised she didn't go Swallow Potion. It would have been worth more for her. And we can see we're debuffing the Dragoon as we go, which is nice. And also then we're starting to get things in her graveyard, which we can eat. At the moment there's only a 6 for the Katakan, which is annoying, but not the end of the world. You can tell she really wants this Dragoon to survive, which is cute. Let me have a think what we've got here. She hasn't really played that much. I guess we could go for the Ekamara, but I think if you play the Ekamara, you're opening yourself up to be... you're opening yourself up to be her. We do have a Eithne and a Fiend, which we can use against the double Athana Protectors, so I'm not too worried about that. I think we do want to Ekamara this turn, though. So let's eat the Archgriffin. Because we can also then Ekamara this Ekamara. And just keep 1, basically. That is an option. And there's Scorch. That's annoying. Annoying, but not the end of the world. What have we got? I don't want to go Crones yet. I guess we could go Katakan. But the thing is, Katakan goes on the front row, so we don't have a good target for our Lightning Potion at the moment. Unless we put an Ekamara on here. But I guess we could Katakan, and we can always eat the Katakan, is the thing. Although when this guy dies, because she's buffed his base elf, he's going to be a better target to eat. The problem is I don't want to really lock him, because she's going to... I don't want to lock him because she's going to probably play more units. I think I'll just play Spear Tip for now. It's not ideal, but this way at least he buffs these 2 Foglets. And then if she does stack the back row, I don't think she will, but if she does stack the back row, we have options. Okay, I think we just go for more Fog then. If we pull out our Foglets, what we can do is we can Lightning Potion them. Which is nice, and then we can always Ekamara the one of the buffed Foglets, for example. Okay, so that row doesn't quite add up, which is a shame. We'll buff these guys now. We know she's used her Scorch. So I'm feeling kind of confident in that, even though they're obviously all 6s. Normally I'd prefer to buff like Harpies. Oh, and of course there's Eithne. Of course there's Eithne. That is irritating, but again, not the end of the world. I think she's going to feel confident enough to play her protectors is the thing. And we can definitely burn these. We'll play Katakan then. And eat this 7. We can Ekimara the Katakan as well. So again, I'm not crazy worried here. This guy is finally dead. The question is she going to play it? Because if she plays it in the front row, she'll stack it. But we can actually burn that, so that's okay. So let's Ekimara the Katakan. I mean, basically I want her to think like she's gonna win, which she does think. But actually, you haven't won. We'll play Eithne. There's 18 points, and that wins us the round. With a Fiend and a Crone in hand. So I think this is definitely game for us. And this person definitely, they thought they could, you know, outgun me with high points, but they were 2 cards down. So I think if you're 2 cards down, you're not going to outgun your opponent, and she probably should have held on to those points for the final round because it would have been much more beneficial for her. This hand is fine. I don't want to risk a mulligan and lose my Crone, so we'll just leave it at that. So let's just open with Crones. I don't think she can catch 35, and there's the forfeit. Okay, so we'll send our GG, and I'm going to jump into another game and showcase this deck for you guys once more in action.
Crush those vermin!
Okay, so we're up against Foltest, and this is the 30... Well, he had 33 cards. It's one of those big card decks that you kind of expect to see. That means that Eithne is actually going to be really nice in this situation, which we do have. We have Crone, Katakan, Fiend, Griffin, Ekimara, Harpy, Blood-Curdling Roar, Thunderbolt Potion. We could do with a bit more fog. I'm going to mulligan the Arch Griffin for the time being. I don't think this is typically a weather deck. We'll also mulligan one of our Thunderbolt Potions into a fog, which is nice. Yeah, I guess I'm happy with this hand. I would have liked more golds, but, you know, it is what it is. You don't always find them. Let's see what our opponent has to play. We lost the coin toss. This deck, because we don't have draw, getting the coin toss is kind of important, but it is what it is. We're going to play a Harpy in the middle row. This is a good setup for Fog, because he's going to like have lots of units stacked. So that's nice to know. He'll play Foltest to begin with. They always play Foltest to begin with. The good news is this deck doesn't really interact with me too much, so I can, you know, get away with my Thunderbolt Potions and it should be fine. Let's play our other Harpy on the front row. And we can actually look to Thunderbolt Potion a Harpy. That's a good play. I don't want to get too far ahead of him, because I'm assuming he's running, what's it called? Those guys that thin out of the deck at the end of the round. I'm assuming he's running Dunbanner heavy cavalry, or light cavalry. The cavalry that if I get too far ahead, come out of the deck, basically. Oh, he's playing K20. Damage an enemy up to 3 other random enemies with the same power by 1. Oh, he just popped all of my eggs. That was annoying, because I did want to carry those, but it is what it is. Whew. Nasty play. I think we'll bear. We have Ekimara, so bear is good, because then we can Ekimara the bear, and then we carry a decent amount of points.
Stand and fight.
So all things told, it's not a bad strategy. So I think now we can Ekimara the bear. Like, you kind of want to judge when to play it. We haven't passed yet, but we are still ahead, which is nice. Although we're a card down. So 34 to 30 with him having card advantage is kind of annoying.
I'm an officer and a gentleman.
Okay, K20 siege platform. Return a machine ally to your hand and play it immediately. So he's gonna hit the 3s. And then the 2s, probably. Because obviously he hits other units which have the same power. So he's managed to just kill a lot of our Harpies. I think we can pass here. We'll pull 14 into the next round. Although actually there's a massive Eithne there. There's a 30-point Eithne, so let's go for that.
Last words.
Like, that is a huge play. So I'm going for that play. I was like, oh, we should probably pass. And then a gigantic Eithne happened. That was 34 points. Ooh. It's nasty.
Damn it.
Oh, but then he burned my 14. That's annoying, to say the least, but not really the end of the world. What's in the graveyard? I'm wondering if there's anything good for Katakan. I think we do want to win this round. Like, it's close enough that I think we can afford to invest in it. So let's play Katakan. And we'll eat the 6. So that's an 11-point play, which is still good. The problem is with the lightning potion is we don't have enough units in one row. And I guess we could play Dagon and Fog to get the units.
You idiot.
That is definitely something we could do.
I killed for less.
The question is, how much do I want this round? Because we pass, but then if he gets the next round with 1 card disadvantage, that's kind of awkward for us. I think we go for it. But we probably want to fog the front row. Because... we probably want to fog the front row because it's got more points on it, so the fog will last longer. Oh shit, we have a Foglet on the back row.
Come to Pappy.
I didn't realize he was still alive. Oh, that would have been a good Eithne. Let me have a think. We can get 12 out of our lightning potion. Actually, we can get more if we lock a unit. So potentially we do the reset lock. Or the lock half power. Like so. Which puts us ahead. And then our fog ticks. And then we can lightning potion. Oh, he's gonna kill our Foglets. No, hit the 3, yeah, hit the 3. We've got 2 3s. Ah, you silly goose. No! Shit! I just realized what he did. Ah, we can still lightning potion, it's fine. Let's go for that. The problem is we don't really want to all in here. You know, we have Crones, but we don't want to use the Crones. I think this guy's committed too much to this round, though. We have 8 points on him. 10 if you include Fog. Which is quite nice. We're not keeping anything till the next round. These Ballista have been pretty damaging against our strategy.
Of that world.
So we forced out his Witchers. But if we play our Crones, we'd be ahead. Do we give him this round with Witchers? Or do we play our Crones and negate his Witchers? I think we go for it.
I sense your pain. I see your fear.
I think we go all in. Do you have 12 points? Actually 14 points. 15 points because we're gonna fog you. And then because we can regain card advantage on the next turn, basically. A Reaver Scout. What's he going for? I don't think that's gonna... Oh wait, 7 and 4. Oh, it is enough! Oh, that's painful. What is that nonsense? Oh, that's painful. Now it just comes down to who can top deck better. These double hits on the Ballista are really painful. This is a really cool deck. I've not seen a deck like this before. Right, what do we draw? Because we have to play it, obviously. And we just play Fog, I think. Unless we mulligan the Fog. Harpy. Harpy's good. Harpy's a good play. Because we'll carry at least 6 into the next turn. So I actually think we might be able to win this with these 2 cards versus his 2 cards. Or 3 cards. Because that's the least points carried over, which is pretty good. Oh, I can't believe he got that. I didn't think he'd have enough points to catch me. Oh, this is a nice hand. We're not gonna get rid of any of this. The question is, where do we fog? Let's fog the back row, because they often have things they play in the back row in Northern Realms. Alright, what have you got? Don't mention enemy by 2, repeat the deployability. So let's... I don't know if he can clear the fog, so let's buff the wolves rather than the fog.
Alert! To arms!
Oh no!
That was actually rather impressive.
That's hilarious. Oh dear. I thought they might come out. Oh, if I'd maybe played that slightly differently and not pulled those, would I have won? Like, if I'd only buffed 2 wolves? Maybe. He pulled 21 points there. I'm not even mad. Like, that was a fine loss. We'll send a GG. Anyway, guys, that's the Foglet deck. If you like the deck, you know, hit that thumbs up button. Beyond that, if you want to subscribe to the channel, you can always hit that subscribe button. Let me know what kind of decks you want to see me play in the comments below. Have a fantastic day. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video.